Be prepared, my American and global family. Things are changing rapidly. In today's video, we're going to break down how Russia and America, Trump and Putin, are now going to battle for the cryptocurrency marketplace. Think about that for just a moment. How radically that transformed. And on the back end of it, we're going to look at Ripple's legal officer, Stuart Aldrey, how he breaks down the reset is here, guys. Congratulations, you prepared for this. If you are not paying attention at this point, or you have family members that are not paying attention, you got to get this information to them, guys. The normal everyday public is not able to see what is happening. They're so buried right now. So buried, trading time for money. They don't have time to pay attention. It's not their fault. It's our job as citizens and Americans to try to spread this information so that people can see what is actually happening right now. The American monetary system is going through the most radical transformation that we will ever experience in our living history. This is the change for the next 100 years. There's no money in the system, guys. It's all debt. The system has to change. Now, it's not some conspiracy theory, flip of the switch. All of a sudden, you're going to wake up and it's going to be a different monetary system. It's happening slowly and methodically. Bitcoin 2009, and then all of a sudden 2017, it's the worst thing ever. And now we're in 2024. It's a flight to quality. It's part of the presidential campaigns. It's going to be part of probably the presidential debate. Now Harris has her own crypto community or crypto crusade, whatever it is. Trump is all in on crypto. We're going to show you how Donald Trump Jr. is hinting at a new type of monetary system. Let's dive into it. At the back end of every video, I share with you guys exactly what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to continue to watch this video. I'm going to share with you guys why I do this. I watch videos over and over again so much that my son the other day was almost repeating this video because I play it over and over and over again because I want to make sure that I'm hearing things correctly. I don't make decisions based on this or that. I based it on facts, figures, numbers, and logic. So I keep watching this video 7 years ago. This is Trump 7 years ago. Listen to what he says, and I'm going to show you the facts, figures, numbers, logic that line up to exactly what is happening today.
And we are working on that as we speak. We have conversations with various representatives of China. I believe that will all work out very well for everybody. China, Japan, the United States, and everybody in the region.
Listen.
As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe...
Think about what he just said. The currency devaluations, he's been complaining about it for a very long time. Since 1913, we're about 100 years in since the Federal Reserve that's responsible for money supply and job markets, the dollar's collapsed 97 to 99%. We now have more debt than we have income. So if you have more debt than you have income, and you have no value of your dollar, and you have countries like Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa de-dollarizing, and most debt is denominated in American dollars, it's just a transfer of debt. They're turning the printing machine back on now, guys, and they're going to lower interest rates in September. We have to grow our way out of our economy through infrastructure. We are going back to an asset-backed currency. Pay attention.
That we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things. And we will be on that field, and we will all be working very hard to do great for our country. But it has to be fair.
Listen.
And we will make it fair. I think the United States is going to be an even bigger player than it is right now.
I agree.
By a lot.
I agree.
When it comes to trade. A lot of that will have to do with our tax policy, which you'll be seeing.
Okay, so he said we're going to be on an even playing field sooner than we believe. Okay, he was worried about currency devaluation. And I just want to bring this up. So Eric Trump retweeted this. So it says, friends, and I want to put this out to you guys as well. Beware of fake tokens. The only official Trump project has not been announced. You will hear it here first. And this is the Eric Trump put this as well. So this is the retweet. I have truly fallen in love with crypto DeFi. Stay tuned for a big announcement. Okay. And then Good Morning Crypto posted this morning. I think it was early or late last night. This is Donald Trump Jr. says breaking. Donald Trump Jr. says Trump family will launch a large platform to take on a lot of the banking world. This is getting wild, guys. This is wild. Listen.
You're the best. Am I dropping a coin? No. No, what we're talking about is sort of a larger type of platform. Not going to be sort of very different. It's not like it's not a meme coin. That's not what we're going to be talking about. But we got a long time before we can do it. I think what we want to do is sort of take on a lot of the banking world. I think there's been a lot of inequality in that only certain people can get financing, only certain people can do these sorts of things. So this notion of decentralized finance is obviously sort of very appealing to guys like me who've been debanked or haven't been able to get insurance or whatnot. Can't get mortgages because they don't check certain boxes, but others can. So I think there's a whole thing where we got to talk about.
Okay, so here's where my narrative is playing out perfectly. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. 2009, Bitcoin's, just follow me on this. 2009, Bitcoin's inception. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa create BRICS. Their goal is to de-dollarize because they found out how sloppy the American monetary system is. They're over there saying, you're dominating our currency. You're the bully in the schoolyard. Since 1971, you detached from the gold standard. You can print your own money and you get to raise interest rates, lower interest rates, mess with our economy, and you're not even regulating your banks. They're like, F this, we're de-dollarizing. But at the same time, Bitcoin's inception, okay? 2012, I'm going to repeat this over and over again. FOMC was created, Future Oversight Committee, regulating non-bank financial institutions. The Bank Bail-In Committee was created in 2012, okay? Rosie Rios was told to reduce coin and cash usage in 2012, okay? Obama turned the printing machine on full blast with the rescue plan. So now we have money running at the speed of light, low interest rates, but Rosie Rios said you need a shock to the system to change consumer behaviors. We had a huge shock in 2020. 7 years ago, Trump says, before we know it, we'll be on an even playing field, an even monetary system. 2017, Larry Fink told you that Bitcoin that was created in 2009 is used for money laundering. Jamie Dimon told you you're a criminal if you use it. Warren Buffett called it rat poisoning. Okay. 2017. We got shocked in 2020. Crypto's a fraud. 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 Crypto, pay attention. Crypto's a fraud. And then boom, 2023. BlackRock, Larry Fink. It's a flight to quality. I was wrong. It's a flight to quality. I was completely wrong. We're now going to create a Bitcoin ETF. And then at the Bitcoin conference, water's warm. We go from decentralization to presidential candidates at the Bitcoin conference, senators sitting in the audience, Senator Loomis on stage, which I think is all great stuff. This is not bad. This is great for us in our portfolios. We own a part of history. But think about what happened. 2009, Bitcoin's inception. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. 2023. And then boom, the largest asset managers in the world get involved in Bitcoin. And now 2 days ago, your asset managers at Goldman Sachs now get to talk to you about it. They get to make commission off of it. Wake up, family. Wake up. Wake up. Russia legalizes mining of cryptocurrencies in Russia. We got China's Trojan horse in the U.S. mining infrastructure. There's tons of crypto mining coming from China into America. So now it's this big battle between America, Russia, China, or is it all playing out to switch us to a new monetary system, an even playing field? Okay, now my next narrative, Ripple. The reason why I'm invested in everything I tell you guys that I'm invested in these things that I'm talking about. I'm not just talking, I'm very proud to say our team has never, ever accepted money from a crypto company. Ever. We're proud to say that. Everything we speak about is things that we're actually doing ourselves. We're only speaking from our current paradigm. So this last thing I'm about to talk about is so interesting. Okay. So we got all this funky dunky shit happening, right? We go into 2020. Pandemic shuts us down. Then 2020, December 20th, 2020. Jay Clayton initiates the case against Ripple. bounces 3 days later to go consult for a cryptocurrency fund that increased their position in Bitcoin and Ethereum just months earlier. Okay, he goes off into the sunset, and all of a sudden he pops up on the bank bailing committee, on the board of the bank bailing committee that was created in 2012. And the FOMC starts to get activated because banks start to collapse in 2023. And guess who was helped created the FOMC? Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler is a MIT professor to become the head of the SEC. Okay, he carries on this case, Ripple, against the SEC for 4 years, or the courts hold it for 4 years. And then all of a sudden, after the Bitcoin conference, we want to bring it into the treasury. We want to make America the crypto capital of the world. The Ripple case ends. This is the greatest moment in our living history. These videos will go down in history as the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. So now Stuart Aldry, he's just an absolute freaking beast, man. So we're going to listen to this. This is from XRP Daily. We're going to listen to these 3 different videos. Stuart Aldry breaks down the reset is coming.
Not only on our own behalf, but on behalf of the entire crypto industry. This administration, with this SEC under this chair, has clearly taken an anti-crypto stance and has engaged in a war on crypto that's playing out in the courts. I think they lost on everything that was important to them. Trying to establish that a token itself, in this case XRP, can be considered a security was soundly rejected by the court. And what the court said is a token is never a security in and of itself, just like a bar of gold is never a security. You can certainly package commodities or virtual currencies up and sell them as securities, but they're not securities in and of themselves. And that's the core clarity that we sought in this case. And the establishing that XRP is not in and of itself a security is the law of the land.
Okay, so we got that first video. Okay.
So we're very invested. In a good policy outcome. We engage on both sides of the aisle on this, and we're hoping, again, that the combination of our litigation outcome, the combination of the election season we're in, we can really see a reset button here, and we can finally move away from wasting tax dollars on victimless charges in courts and building a rational and practical framework for the crypto industry in the United States.
I love it. Okay, now this last one here, before I go into this, because he's going to say something, I want you to think about this for just a moment. How just pull yourself to a logical view and say how quickly it seems like things are changing, but it's not quickly, guys. This has been planned out for a very long time. We'll watch this last video. I lost my thought on that. Sorry.
At all.
Listen.
But staying true to the law at all. But staying true to the law, since there was a technical violation of the failure to register those historical sales, she did impose a fine of $125 million. That's something that we will pay with cash off of our balance sheet, and we look forward to moving forward. And hopefully this turns a page, not only for Ripple, but also hopefully finally this administration will turn the page on their war on crypto and hit the reset button.
Let's talk.
Hit the reset button. So what does that mean? Like, let's dive into that from my perspective. So 1971, we detached from the gold standard. President Nixon came on a regular program show. The World Economic Forum was created in 1971 too. Interesting. 1971, we detached from the gold standard, okay, which made our money fiat. They said that they're going to protect us from speculators. Well, didn't Gary Gensler say he's protecting us from speculators with crypto? It's kind of like the same thing going on, right?
So in a good policy outcome.
There we go. Let's keep rolling here. We're still going? Okay, cool. So 1971, we detached from the gold standard to protect us from speculators. So that made our money fiat, fake money. Okay. So from 1971 to 2024, the wealth gap has become massive. So I'll give you a specific real life example. My parents bought their house in 1973 for $25,000. Their home is now worth almost $400,000. It is the exact same house. How does that make any sense? Has their income gone up from 25,000 to what it would take to own a $400,000 home? No. No, it doesn't make any sense. That is low interest rates and printing of money. So now we caught the ball. Boom, we caught the ball. We caught the damage of low interest rates, printing of money, overextended Americans. Okay. So then we got caught with our pants down, no swim trunks on when the tide went out, Warren Buffett. And now we are seeing the transition, as Stuart Aldrich said, the reset in a new financial system. It is going to be on an even playing field. There will be a bag of currencies that regulate the monetary system. I don't think it can't be just one country dominating anymore. Trump said it 7 years ago. It can't be, because the borders have dropped now. You and I can transact with each other. I don't have to use a bank anymore. We could transact in Bitcoin. We'll be able to transact in these decentralized applications. They know that. That's why they want to bring it underneath the treasury. Why would they want to own so much Bitcoin? Because it's going to appreciate and it's going to shrink the balance sheet big time. So the way that I look at this is crypto for me is extremely speculative still. That's why you got to be very, very, very careful. I use a risk pyramid. Okay. Left side of the risk pyramid, high risk, high return. Crypto is like at the star of that, right? Super high risk, super high return, super speculative. And most people get wrecked because they don't have a game plan. So what I personally do is when it goes up, we're chomping at the bit right now. This thing, interest rates go down. I believe we're going to the back end of the year. Crypto is going to start going up. I don't care how high people think it's going to go. I do it based on what my wise counsel and my team believes it's going to go to. I set my exit target. So I'm exiting 50% of my altcoins, everything else but Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm holding long-term forever. Okay. Forever. I'm not touching it. Own a part of history. I think XRP is a part of history as well. But I'm exiting 50% of all my coins. Here's why. People are like, well, why would you exit? Because I have a strict plan outside of crypto. You don't want to be a one-trick pony. Cryptocurrency is not your retirement. You need to build diversification. So I pull it down the risk pyramid to tier 1 capital at the bottom of the risk pyramid. I use insurance. I like to insure my wealth because I like to access my money tax-free at retirement. I also like to protect my principal, just like when the stock market just melted. Principal did not get liquidated. Every bit of money I put in there is insured. Okay. Key insured. I make market-like returns, and on the back end of my life, I can borrow against it tax-free. That excites me. Okay. I also have liquidity. I can borrow against my money. Okay. Then I'm using businesses. That's the cash flow. Okay. Cash flow quadrant. We got silver for precious metals, and then I got Bitcoin as my gold. I feel good about that. I really do feel about that decision. Now we're going to be building into multifamily. That's where everything is going. It's going to be unaffordable to own a home anymore. It's going to be a rich man or rich woman sport. What I believe is going to happen, the middle class is getting wiped out, leverage towards technology, moving down to the working poor. And you think the wealth gap is massive now? It's going to be astronomical with AI technology coming in. So it's a really, really big thing to think about. But as we say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. First thing is get your shit together financially. Get disciplined, guys. Create a budget. We tightened our budget tight. I mean, we're feeling inflation. We own 6 companies. We have 2 buildings here that we're in right now. Our rent went up. We felt the 19%. All businesses are feeling it. Don't believe the hype out there with, everybody posting their highlight reels. Every single business is feeling it, guys. We gave huge raises to our teams last year to try to beat inflation, and that stretched us. It stretched us big time. As we came into this year, rents are going up. It's more expensive to run our business, more expensive for gas for our vehicles. All those things add up. Clients are starting to struggle to pay because of the inflation. Like, people are struggling right now. We're all going through it, family. And that's when you got to get really disciplined. Really focused. You got to hold the line. You got to have a game plan and a thesis. I'm a Warren Buffett style investor in crypto. I do not work to get rich quick. I work to get wealthy for sure by staying out of addictive behaviors within finances. I hold long term. I follow my exit plan. I diversify outside my exit plan, and I will not buy things I want until I have assets that'll pay for those liabilities. So I love you guys. I know, man, I'm just in a really awesome mood, man. I'm just ready to expand this. I'm ready to roll with you. I'm ready to to go through this change. We got this. God is good all the time. Christ is king, undefeated. Christ is king. I will proudly say that on every single video. Christ is king, undefeated. God is good. We win in the end, guys. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you need any support at all, let me be very clear. Okay. If you click the description of my YouTube video or you click on my social media platform, just click the link. Okay, be very careful, guys. There's tons of scammers out there. I will never proactively DM you. I'll never ask about your crypto portfolio. I'll never ask you to send me money. That is not me talking to you. There's thousands of scam accounts. That is not me communicating with you. The reason why we set it up this way is you can click on the link and you can fill out what's called a needs assessment. Okay, people email me all the time and message me all day, hundreds of messages a day. How do you ensure your wealth, the risk pyramid, all this stuff? We can help you with retirement strategies, okay? So I have a whole team ready in all 50 states and in Canada that can help you with retirement strategies. So you click the needs assessment, fill out the needs assessment. It's absolutely free consultation. You don't have to pay any money for it. It's a free consultation. So fill out the needs assessment. The proper team member will reach out to you in 24 hours. They'll call you, they'll text you, and they'll email you. Okay. Remember, they'll never ask you to send them money. So I love you. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.